Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today we have a 2-pack that I got from GameStop on clearance. The Power Rangers Lightning Collection SPD B Squad Blue Ranger versus SPD A Squad Blue Ranger. 2-pack, yeah. SPD is my favorite series at the time of recording this. It changes sometimes, you know. And the A Squad was one of the main things I wanted from the Lightning Collection. I'm glad they've committed to it with this Blue Ranger. I think he was the alien one. I think he was the team member that wasn't human. But we'll see about that. So, yeah, I got it for about $35 on clearance, which isn't that much cheaper, but, you know, it is cheaper. Side of the box, product shot on the back there, top, bottom of legal stuff. All good. So, let's get them out of packaging, huh? And here they are out of packaging, the SPD Blue Rangers from B Squad on the left and A Squad on the right. Yeah, very cool. A Squad does not come with an interchangeable head. I don't know if that's because he's the alien on the team, if I remember that correctly, or if it's because he was really only in a couple episodes unmasked, so they didn't think people would care about his unmasked head. I don't know. To be honest, I'm fine without it. I'm actually fine without it. Sky here did get an unmasked head. I am going to show you all of their accessories. A Squad Blue gets this really cool blaster. I think it's really dope. Definitely displaying him with this. You get a Lightning Collection energy effect that is supposed to peg onto the end of it. Oh, I see. It has to be pegged on a certain way, which isn't working. The peg goes there, it lines up like that, and it doesn't fit. Wow, that's... Oh, you gotta force it on there, but then it kind of pushes itself off. You see it dipping? Not great. Not a good start. They each come with 2 holding hands, which are on the figures currently. A Squad comes with 2 fist hands. B Squad comes with a karate chop hand and a morpher holding hand. Speaking of the morpher, here it is. It's fine. Lots of people complain about the accuracy of those things. I don't really care. Here's an energy effect for B Squad's weapons. He comes with this right here. I don't really remember what his weapons do that well. And he also comes with this one. They don't seem to come apart or anything. I think what you're supposed to do is plug it into this handle, and then you've got the blaster version. And then this version is the version that's just in his belt. I feel like if I display him with the blaster version, I'm just going to straight up lose this piece. So I don't want to display him with the blaster. Even the blaster is what I wanted to display him with, but I don't know. And see, this, I believe, also plugs into it to make a bit more of like a rifle blaster, right? I don't know. There's no instructions, right? There's no instructions. So I'm just afraid I'm going to lose a part if I display him with this, because it so easily comes out. That's the problem with this Blue Ranger. Not a big fan of that design there. I don't really like that, but you can see all the different places on the belt for all his different things. Very busy belt, in my opinion. Not the biggest fan of that. But I'm just putting them to the side over here. And we got Sky's head sculpt. Sky had a pretty great arc, you know. Really liked SPD. Pretty good arc for Sky. Now, I am going to show you the Rangers themselves. They each have the same exact articulation, so I'm only going to show you articulation on one, on B Squad. Side to side on the head, up and down on the head, all that torso movement, waist crunch, almost said ab crunch, in and out on the legs, not much back because of the butt forward, thigh swivel, double knee bend, boot swivel, up and down on the feet, ankle pivot, peg holes on the bottom of the feet as well. You got the butterfly joint, up and down, you know, in and out. There we go. It was rotating. Didn't want to do it. Bicep swivel, double elbow bend, wrist swivel, and forward and back on the wrists in different ways depending on the hand. This one's kind of a more in and out, and this one's kind of a more up and down. Since that's obviously supposed to be the blaster hand. This arm also looks like it's supposed to be on the opposite side of his body. Like, do his arms seem kind of inverted? Like that's the inside of the arm? I don't know. I feel like something's off with that. The arms almost seem like they're for different sides of the body, like they should be swapped. Something seems off about his arms. I don't know. Let me know if you see that, if you're feeling the same thing that I'm feeling. Detail and paint-wise, I think he's fun. He's got a silver SPD badge on the shoulder. I really like the white and black paint here on the 2 and stuff. It like goes up into the joint. You can see where the joint will kind of scuff it though. He's got a clean visor. A lot of my Lightning Collection stuff hasn't had clean visors recently, and I've had to touch up the visors. Actually, this guy had white splotches up here, and I had to touch him up, make it black. Yeah, not great, not great. But I mean, you know, fully painted on the back. The head sculpt looks pretty good. He's good looking. And then we get to this guy. He's kind of just a regular old black sculpt. It's the stuff on top of the sculpt that you're more going to be into. Just like in the show, the helmet is an upgraded in-space helmet with an SPD badge on top and this big thing on the back. Got the A on the shoulders for A Squad. Pretty cool. I like the arms. These are just new arms. And then this is just like a plastic covering, so it doesn't really hinder articulation at all, and it cannot be removed without damaging it. You know, new sculpt knee and below here. Otherwise, it's the thighs I think have been used before. The feet have been used before. But a lot of new sculpting on this guy. Not as much on SPD Blue, but still he's got new sculpting as well. You know. Yeah, so I'm already. This is already just an okay set to me. I'm not very impressed by it. But now I'm going to go into size comparisons. First up, here they are with some other figures from their own line. On the left, we have a Ranger from the season before them, the Walgreens exclusive white Dino Thunder Ranger with replacement head. And did I say right? Left, I meant. And then on the right, we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive metallic pink Ranger, who was kind of a test to see if people would buy metallic versions of the Rangers. And we did, and now they announced the rest of them except white. Green doesn't have a metallic form in the show. Hopefully just metallic versions of Rangers that didn't have metallic forms won't become a thing. But if they had a metallic form, I'm totally down. Both those reviews are already up for these two, by the way. Looks like they scale perfectly well with their own line to me. Let's remove these because I also want to show them with the current kids line for the current show. Here's Boom Tower, one of the main villains from Power Rangers Dino Fury, and to show them with one of the Rangers, we also have the Blue Ranger here. You know, that's not totally bad. Boom Tower is obviously like too small here, but the Blue Ranger, I think, looks fine with his Blue Brothers. Like, completely fine. I think that works out. And just one more size comparison before we bounce on out of here. I want to show them with some larger figures. First up here we have the Bandai Legacy Collection GameStop exclusive Armored Dragon Shield Red Ranger. And then we also have our EX quote-unquote Void Knight from the Sentai Hero series. Both of these are too big. I think it's kind of cool to have a larger Void Knight like that, but it's not really accurate. So you'll really want to stick with your own lines and maybe just some of the Dino Fury and Beast Morphers figures, but not all. But it scales perfectly well with its own line, and at the end of the day, that's what matters. Also, before we continue, this guy has holding hands that don't have trigger fingers, even though his blaster has a trigger. And then here's the crazy thing. The blue B-Squad Ranger, the other Ranger in the pack that isn't supposed to use that weapon, he has the trigger fingers. No trigger fingers for the weapon with this trigger, but this trigger gets trigger fingers. Why couldn't you just give trigger fingers to both of them? You obviously have the sculpt, right? Why couldn't they just both have... It's insane. So, anyways, what are my final thoughts on the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection SPD B-Squad Blue Ranger versus SPD A-Squad Blue Ranger 2-pack? This has a lot of problems. Like, I can forgive lots of paint discrepancies on the body, but paint that's not supposed to be on the visor is always a big to me. B-Squad's weapons could easily get lost. The reason you put those into the handle instead of just having a handle sculpted on both is, one, to store them on the belt, and two, just to straight up save Hasbro money. No head sculpt for the Alien Ranger. No unmasked sculpt, I mean. That's not really a problem for me, but I can 100% see how it could be a problem for somebody else. The blaster effect does not want to stay on A-Squad's blaster. A-Squad holds his blaster crooked because he doesn't have the right holding hands for it. See? That's it in there in like front forward facing. Insane, right? Because he doesn't have the right hand sculpt. This guy has the hand sculpts for this gun. And of course his hand sculpts fit his weapon still. B-Squad's fit his better. But that weapon could still easily get lost. I feel like this set was maybe a little rushed. I'm not gonna lie, I think this set might have been a little rushed. They did release a lot of Lightning Collection stuff at the same time when this came out, so that very well may be the case. And it was on clearance for a reason, I suppose. Am I happy to have them? Yes. A-Squad is one of the main things I wanted from the Lightning Collection. I really have to give it up for Hasbro for their commitment to giving us villains, especially a more obscure one like A-Squad Blue. And plus the SPD is it's my favorite show, and I was really happy to have Sky, because he's such a great character, with such a great arc. I like these figures. I don't love these figures. This 2-pack has a lot of problems. Keep that in mind. If I didn't get it on sale, I'd probably be much more disappointed than I am. Also, it's really hard to get the hands in and out on these two, because I just swapped some of their hands around. It was very difficult. They really felt like they wanted to snap. But the articulation's good. The paint and detail, for the most part, is pretty awesome. But I have a lot of accessory problems. So that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. I do have a lot more figures coming up. I have the Godzilla vs. Kong Mechagodzilla with Heave. I have the In Space Red Ranger and Andromeda 2-pack. I have the Dark Knight's Metal Batwoman The Drowned. I have the GameStop exclusive Rita Repulsa Lord Zed Silver Anniversary 2-pack. And I also have the Flash Red Death DC Multiverse 2-pack as well. All on the way. I pre-ordered the Webman. You know, the evil Spider-Man created by Dr. Doom. I pre-ordered that from Hasbro Pulse. Are there any other figures I pre-ordered? I'm trying to think. No, I don't think I have anything else on the way figure-wise. That's all I've got right now. That reviews are coming. Oh, no. I also have another Lightning Collection figure on the way, but that one I'll keep a mystery. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. So remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Links down in the description below to everything in the link tree, as well as Patreon, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Thank you all once again. See y'all next time.